Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit. I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote into chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes, and if you feel like being a lurker, well, you can just go ahead and lurk. We are currently at, boom, 33 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up with the number of subscribers I have when we hit 40. Speaking of subscribers, I've got a promotion running right now where you can save 35% off 5 or more gifted subs. So if you want to save a little bit of money and also help me out, that does take away from my cut, but that's fine. That's totally okay. I have a few of these promotions left, so I'll be basically doing one a week. Lastbrook is here saying 96 months currently, and 96 months streak, saying make that 34. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego Site Tier 2 Blue emote and thank Lastbrook for their continued support. Yes, since you use Prime, that should make the number go up to 34. We'll see if it does. But either way, the goal is to get to 40, and I am running that promotion because they allow affiliates and partners to do that periodically, and there we go. It clicked up to 34. We're at 34. So my goal is to hit 40 there, and I can make it easier by offering that discount. I have, I believe, 3 more opportunities after this one to do so. So I will be doing that over the next, like, once a week, the next couple weeks, right? So let's see. Sometime next week, sometime there, and then again before the 30th, or the 31st. So maybe I'll do it like Christmas. I should do it like sometime next week there, like maybe Monday. Do it on Christmas Day, and then maybe that Monday do it again. Maybe, I don't know. But we'll figure it out. I'll do that occasionally, and I look forward to that. So consider becoming a subscriber if you're watching this right now, or gifting a sub to somebody in the community. If you want to get 5 or more, you get a discount on it, which is pretty great. You could consider that your Christmas gift to me if you wanted to get me a Christmas gift, which obviously you don't have to, but if you wanted to, pretty neat. Let's move over to the overhead camera. We can see here, we've got the top half of this kit done. We are working on one of the legs, and then we will continue to work on this leg. We're almost done with this leg, then we'll panel line it, and then we'll put it in there. Speaking of panel lining, I have a new tool that may help with panel lining. It's right here. This comes with a bunch of these, and I can buy more if I need to. These are interchangeable little doodads here, erasers, but it is an eraser. Instead of using the brick style eraser, the polymer eraser that I use a lot, there's this. And the idea is that if I put a mark, like let's say just here, that there's no reason for that mark to be there. Instead of using the polymer eraser there, I can use these polymer erasers, and it has a little bit more finite control to erase. It does have some resistance to it, which is nice, and both sides here, and then I can just switch them out. This will be good for getting into places where this isn't that particularly great to do. Is it a gimmick? I don't know, but it was very inexpensive, and I've been wanting to try this out for a while. So a new tool to end the year. We'll see how that goes. I still have this, and I believe I have at least one more of these because I bought like a 4 or 5 pack. I might have 2 more of these, so they last forever. I don't know how long these tips are going to last. Let me get the bag here. I have quite a few replacements. We'll see how long they last. This might have been a mistake. Oops, sorry. Camera shaking, pardon me. It's on my side table there, so that does happen when it goes there. But yeah, I don't know how this is going to work out, but we'll see. Leave that there as we go and get ready to finish this up, and then we can panel line it. Some people may have heard my tales of buying a model kit on Temu, that I had gotten a promotional code where I only had to spend, it was something like, I didn't have to hit a minimum to get free shipping. International shipping, and this would be from China. I did not have to hit a minimum in order to get that shipping rate, and so I was $10 minimum instead of the like 25 or something. So I spent $12 on a tool that will make doing some cuts with an X-Acto blade easier. Like a guide for using X-Acto blade, which I don't know if I'll ever use, but it's kind of a neat idea. But the thing that was more interesting to me of those, that was number 3, right? Yeah, so number 3, and then I need 27. Was a model kit. It's a Death Scythe Hell. 1/4 scale Death Scythe Hell. Custom from Endless Waltz. It's this. This is the only photo. And with other discounts, this was $8 and change. And the description did not mention Death Scythe, which is probably why I was able to find this. And the description also did not have any information at all other than this photo and then a bunch of gibberish. So it left China, and I was like, well, we'll see if it gets to the border. I don't want to. And it did. And now I have heard that it made its way to it's in South Carolina. My package is currently processing and will be delivered by the USPS on Monday. So there's your update. We'll know on Monday night stream. I will either be like, oh, it didn't show up, or I'll be able to say like, yeah, this showed up. Here's what it is, and I will show it off on stream. Once again, we've talked about the several possibilities of what it could be. Because again, I am not fully sure what I am getting. It could be a real, actual high grade of the Death Scythe Hell Custom from Endless Waltz, which is pretty difficult to find, and for $8 would be ridiculous. It could be a bootleg of that model kit, which would be at least interesting because I've never built a bootleg Death Scythe before. So that could be interesting. It could be a pre-assembled kit that has already been built, which is interesting, and we could take a look at that and see, we could always pan align it and take a look at that and see what's been done. Or it could be a completed kit of a bootleg, and that would be interesting to look at as well. And there is there is one other possibility, which is that it is just a photo of a model kit that I have spent $8 for. But again, $8 to me anyway is worth figuring out, is worth the gamble and the risk on this thing. I am confident that is a worthwhile money being thrown away. Again, I spent $12 total on what is a piece of kit that a tool that I probably won't use. I can't get this to sit right here. Go like this. Is that right? Maybe that's right. Let me make this bigger here, and I can look at it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that does kind of rest just high up on there. All right. Yeah. That doesn't look perfect in the actual design, so sure. But yeah, I don't know what I'm getting. I am hoping that I spent $8, plus the $4 or whatever, and that includes sales tax for South Carolina. I am hoping that for $8 and change, I've got myself a kit that is sold out on all online stores that I normally look at, except for Amazon, where there is not a used one. There is a third party selling for like $90. That would be incredible if I'm getting that high grade Death Scythe Hell Custom from Endless Waltz for $8 instead of $90. If I'm getting a bootleg Death Scythe, that is interesting to me to receive that said item. I would say that's cool as hell. If that is what I end up getting. Yeah, this thing just doesn't sit right here, huh? It kind of fits. I don't know. All right, let's panel line this leg. And again, best case scenario is that Worst case is I just got completely scammed, but that's okay because it makes a good story. If it's a bootleg, that's interesting. If it's if someone built it and they were selling a used kit, that's interesting. Like, there's a number of things about it that are kind of cool, including if I get ripped off. That also, I mean, it's not cool to get ripped off, but it's kind of interesting. So I wanted to give update on that because I thought that was, I was happy. Basically they had said sometime between the 15th and the 22nd. So it arriving on the 15th is pretty great. I'm pretty psyched about that. Yeah, there's that. Let's see. There's that update. Yeah, this thing just doesn't sit right. And I don't think I did anything wrong. I just think it doesn't sit right on there, which is fine. Hey, so this is a silly thing to say, friends. In thinking about the Game Awards and getting the Game Awards stuff together here, it's the Game Awards, right? It is the award for games, but it's the Game Awards. That's why it's the Summer Game Fest. It's Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest instead of Summer Games Fest because it's the Game Awards, not the Games Awards. He calls it the Summer Game Fest for marketing reasons because it's supposed to align with the Game Awards. And if he does anything else that has game in the title, it will be Game Not Games. And that's why. And I just always wondered why it was the Summer Game Fest, not Summer Games Fest. It's because of the fucking Game Awards. And I guess that's a good way to remember if you've ever been like, wait, is it Game or Games? It's singular because of the other singular one. It's really annoying that it took me that long to figure that out. I'm mildly annoyed by that. But there you go. Excuse me. There you go. I did not watch the Game Awards. I cannot tell you about the event other than I saw some trailers after the fact. And I watched the musical performance of the flute guy and his many, many flutes, including one that looked kind of like a weird four. That he had to stand up to play, a very tiny circular flute. Like, the parade of flutes were phenomenal. And I know there are some people who are watching, there's always some people watching it for the first time, and I'm glad that is the thing they took away from the Game Awards is, hey, that guy plays a lot of flutes. That's fucking rules. Let's see. We'll go through the winners. It was Expedition 33's night. Claire Obscura, Expedition 33, won. Almost every category was nominated. I think there's 2 categories it didn't win in. One was Player's Voice, which went to Withering Waves. And the other one was, I think, audio design or something. But they won basically every other category they were nominated for. A big sweep for Claire Obscure. Player's Voice went to Withering Waves, as I said. Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike 2's Team Vitality won for Best Esports Team. A reminder, I don't know anything about esports teams or esports players. If I am like, congratulations to the winner, and you are saying, Pat, how dare you? That's a canceled person who is garbage. I do not know that. I am merely doing a formality, and I apologize that I am unaware of this person and their nastiness or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know anything about these folks. Chovy won Best Esports Athlete. Again, I have no idea who that is. Counter-Strike 2 won Best Esports Game. It continues to be a thing. And there is a passionate people that love it. Content Creator of the Year went to Moist Critical, who was not there live he was not there in person. He was not via webcam. he was watching the stream, and moments before he won, he said, please don't have me won. So that's great. That was a Jeff Keighley just said his name out loud. My big takeaway of this is, if you don't want to win, you could just remove yourself. We already had that this year. He could have taken himself out of the running if he didn't want to win, but he didn't take himself out of the running, and he could have. Between Miko and the Burt Peanut being nominated, look, Iron Mouse has won this before. It is possible for a VTuber to win this category, but I will say specifically that a VTuber from Japan will win this category within the next 3 years. It wasn't Pekora, it wasn't Miko, but it will be a VTuber from Japan. Probably from Hololive, but maybe not. But a Japanese VTuber will win with the next couple of years because the groundswell will happen at some point. And I am confident in that, despite Japanese VTubers, for the most part, having no idea what the fucking Game Awards is at all, and being very confused why they get nominated, which continues to be joyful to me. Lashbury says, I know FGC people never win, but I was really hoping Mina RD or Kakaru for esports athlete. Mina won Evo this year, and Kakaru just had to retire for neurological health reasons. Yeah. I mean, even among the even among the fighting game community, there's always been discussion. I think it's tapered down a bit, but there's always been discussion that, like, hey, we shouldn't, like, we're not esports. We are our own thing. So it makes sense that it doesn't always hit as hard, whereas somebody on a team or something, or a solo person, is probably more likely to win that. Most anticipated game, a category that should just stop existing. What's the fucking point of this category? What are we even talking about? But anyway, it still exists. That went to Grand Theft Auto 6. And it's just like, yeah, that's the most anticipated game. Like, sure. Best multiplayer went to Arc Raiders. Boo. Over Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. To me, that's Peak all the way. What are we even talking about here? Best sports racing game went to Mario Kart World. Congratulations, Nintendo. Mario Kart World won over Sonic and some football and stuff. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles won for Best Sim Strategy Game. Boy, people seem real down on Civ 7. I'm sure with updates, people will come around on it a bit, but in general, people seem pretty fucking down on this year's Civ, or this go-around Civ. So who knows? Maybe they'll, like I said, they can probably turn it around, but it's a shame. Best family game, not Mario Kart World. Donkey Kong Bonanza won for best family game. I have heard pretty good things about Lego Party. I have not played Lego Party, but I have heard that it's a good one of those. But yeah, it was going to be. I mean, as long as it's not Split Fiction, because I don't know why people keep putting that studio's games in family category. Best fighting game, Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves, which is a video game that did come out before, and now it's out again, and that's weird. Most of that category was fucking weird because it was just like remakes and collections, just strange, just a strange assortment of stuff. I need C2. Did I not put C1 on this one? I must have. Then why do I have C1 here? Oh, I did C3. Oh, okay. I understand now. Sorry. C1 goes on later. That's right. City of the Wolves was the only new game. Oh, that wasn't a remake? Well, 2KKO is a new game, right? That's not an old game. I thought that was new. I'm pretty sure that was new as well. I don't know. I mean, ask me anything about League of Legends and its contemporary and various other things and things, because clearly I know everything I'm talking about there. But yeah, all right. I thought the City of Wolves was a re-release or remake. A re-release. I didn't realize it was a new game that they were using. It's Mark of the Wolves. Okay, that's right. It's Mark of the Wolves. There you go. That makes sense to me now. Okay. It's in early access. Yes. City is a sequel to Mark of the Wolves. Okay. Great. As we were talking, I was like, wait. Okay, now I know what's going on. And this is going to go here. Claire Obscure won for Best RPG, as you could imagine. Hollow Knight Silksong won Best Action Adventure Game, which I'm surprised about. I am surprised that it was not... Well, Ghost of Yotei didn't get nominated in things that I thought it would, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised that Ghost of Yotei didn't hit more, but I thought that was going to win that category. Hades 2 won Best Action Game. I have not played Shinobi Art of Vengeance, but I've heard incredible things about Shinobi Art of Vengeance. It's not necessarily a game for me, but that is a game of those games that I'd be like, oh yeah, check that out. Whereas Hades 2 is a video game that I played this year that I like. I like Hades 2. I don't love Hades 2. The Midnight Walk won for Best VR/AR game. And to that I say, sure. Uma Musume Pretty Derby won for Best Mobile Game, which, like, yeah. Wuthering Waves was one that, like, I could have seen win that. But, like, yeah. All right, sure. Yeah. Yeah, Pretty Derby. It took certain parts of the world by storm. Also, it's weird because that game is not, that game was out. It just wasn't released internationally for a long time. So it's like, oh, yeah, all right. But yes, sure. Even though it's an international a group of nominators, it's still somewhat of an American show, a Western show. Best debut indie game. They did not include a replacement for Megabonk, which took itself out of running. But also Claire Obscure won. Claire Obscure won award. Like I said, it won awards. It won just about every award it could, except for like the audience award and one other category, as we'll get to. Because it also won Best Independent Game. It has won Best Debut and Best Indie Game. Yeah. Best Community Sport went to Baldur's Gate 3. Which, sure. Like, yeah, okay. I'll buy that. I'll buy that as a thing. I still think that every year it should be they should rename this category the No Man's Sky's Best. No Man's Sky presents Best Community Support, because they are the people that do the community support the best. Like they are the flag bearers for this category, and the fact they still get nominated every year is hilarious. But they did win Best Ongoing Game over Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals. I am a bit surprised that Fortnite did not win this year, because this has been a year that people have been pretty fucking stoked about Fortnite and its ongoingness. There have been a lot of people who've been really fucking happy with all of the Fortnite-isness that came out this year. So I was I would say, a little surprised that it did not win, but, you know, it happens. Games for Impact, South of Midnight. Look, I'm not going to get too much on my high horse here, but if your central characters are black and you have black folks on the team, have them accept the award. Just going to say that, because it just fucking looks shitty. It just looks shitty. And I know you do not have to be white, or sorry, you don't have to be black to be Creole. And that game is a lot about Creole culture. I am aware of that. But that is not an excuse for what happened there. I'm just going to say it. It is, it's bad vibes, is what I'll say about that. Innovation in accessibility went to Doom the Dark Ages. I still feel like, and I will always say this, that category, if it continues to exist, if they are going to continue to make that a category, then they need to show their work. And you gotta fucking tell me what that means. You can't just have that award be that award. You gotta fucking tell me, like, where did they excel? In what way did they excel in innovations in accessibility? Show your work. Of any category that should have to show their work, it's this one. I don't know what Doom the Dark Ages did right. But it did something right. But I just want to know. Jennifer English won for Best Performance. Ben Starr was very excited about that. I have seen some hours of Jennifer English's performance. I think that, yeah. Like, sure. Hell yeah. Like, she does a good job. But I don't know. As a comedian, I'm always going to rep Ishii. Also, I have mutuals who love her dearly. And so, of course, I want to always show my support for Erica. But yeah, well, you know, that ain't a bad pick. I'll say that. Best audio design went to Battlefield 6. This is the category. This is the major category that Clear Obscure lost. It is the only category they lost other than the players vote thing. So I'm sorry. This is just being weird. And I'm trying to get this to go in how it's supposed to go in. And it doesn't wanna. And that's annoying. This just fits right in and is tight in there. And then this one is not. And that's weird to me. Why are you like this? I thought maybe this piece wasn't as taut in there as it could be. And maybe that's what I was doing wrong. Now I'm like, did I put this on? Okay, you know why this isn't working right? Because I'm fucking doing it wrong. Like, that's the simple answer to this issue here. It's got to go like that. That goes like that. Okay, so that goes like that. Then it goes in there. And that looks like that. This was on the wrong side, which is why it wasn't working correctly. Which makes sense. Now that I look at it, I'm like, oh. It wasn't working right because I wasn't doing it correctly. Like, yeah, all right. There. Perfect. There we go. That's how it should look. And now, put the poly cap on. Let's get through the rest of these here. Best score in music went to Claire Obscure. Best art direction went to Claire Obscure. Best narrative went to Claire Obscure. Best adaptation, The Last of Us Season 2. I have not seen any of these things. At some point, I will probably see the Minecraft movie. That's not true. Devil May Cry, I did see most of, and I thought that was fine. That is a totally fine production of that. I liked how dumb it was because it clearly understood the source material. I have not seen Splinter Cell Death Watch. I did not see the Until Dawn movie. I have not seen The Last of Us live action. So yeah, I've only seen one thing on there. Best Game Direction, Claire Obscure. And Game of the Year, Claire Obscure. Congratulations to the 2025 winners, Claire Obscure. I appreciate that every time they won, they had different people come up. That was nice. And that they were all wearing berets. That's also nice and fun. A good bit of business, as they say. That's, good on them. All right, let's put a sticker on here. And that's the categories there and the winners and all that. And then, of course, there's all the trailers and such. We will talk about those. I have news story stuff that we'll talk about on Monday. I have seen just about all these trailers. I have thoughts on some of them. But yeah, we'll talk about some other news stuff on Monday. Go through the various things and things of that. Let's see. That statue, just to get it out of the way, that statue was for a Divinity game. And to which I said online, and I stand by this. Oh, okay. That's what it was. That's what that big statue was for. Some sort of hell gate in Divinity. Okay. I'm happy. I'm happy Larian is doing something they want to do. I don't think I'll play it, but okay. Sure. Was it worth it? I don't know. I will say this. There is a non-zero number of people who will be mad about it being that and not a game they wanted it to be forever, right? And I don't know how many people that actually ends up being, right? I don't know. I can't tell you the exact number. But it's definitely more than zero. There is a non-zero number of people who are just like, wait, what? It wasn't blank? Well, then fuck them. And they will feel that way forever. When someone brings up, Divinity's like, fucking it wasn't Half-Life 3 or whatever. And yes, those people are nonsense. But like, again, non-zero number of people who are just like, fuck that forever. because of the secrecy and weirdness of their announcement. Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic. Hey, by 2030, there's going to be a new Old Republic game. A new Old Republic game. Because Casey Hudson is going to work on that. He worked on KOTOR and Mass Effect in the beginning days. That game is apparently a thing that is going to exist at some point, but doesn't really exist now. So it's going to be a long time. Divinity, yep, Larian is working on that. A new game of the Divinity series. Sony's got a new shooter roguelike called For Loop that I thought looked okay. Narrative adventure called Coven of the Chicken Foot. With it's just a lady and her plant monster trying to survive. It seemed kind of cool. I don't remember. I did not write anything down about Ontos, except Soma team, not gonna. So those are my notes for Ontos. Is that it's the Soma people, and they make games that, and that's not my genre. Not my genre, not my jam. So, no disrespect intended. Just like, I don't think I'll be playing that. All right, the other leg came together real quick, so let's get some panel line going on that, and then we'll be able to continue to construct this. We'll work on the waist, and we'll get body complete on this kit. Hell yeah. Zenless Zone Zero. There's a new character. That's it. 2XKO is going to come to consoles in January. Hey, Leon Kennedy is going to be in a fucking video game. Can you believe it? He's going to be in Requiem. They said he wasn't going to be in Requiem. They were like, no, that accidental posting was wrong and a lie, and he's not in it. And yeah, he is. It's like, okay, all right, Capcom. Jonathan Blow sucks as a person. He sucks as a person. Moving on. Exodus. Matthew McConaughey's Exodus. Wizards of the Coast is producing it. It's coming out in 2027, so we got a ways before we can get fucking stoked about Exodus. Speaking of Wizards of the Coast, there was a celebrity that came out to an actress came out and said, "Hey, Warlock, Dungeons and Dragons." Apparently, they're going to get some gameplay. We'll get some gameplay next year, but yeah, there's a big D&D game, and there was a cinematic trailer, and there'll be again a gameplay next year, and the game comes out in 2027. And I thought that looked pretty neat, pretty all right. There's going to be another Control game. It's called Control Resonant, and it's going to come out next year. And I'm fucking stoked about that shit. This is one of my two favorite trailers from it, just because, well, three. I guess there were three that hit me really hard. This one hit me pretty hard, and there were a couple other ones that did too. This was definitely in my top tier of announcements, where I was like, fuck yeah, all right, I'll play more Control. Hell yeah, more Control. Please. Another one that hit me, I of course don't know too much about it, but Gang of Dragon. There's only one dragon. This is the former lead of the one of the former leads of the Yakuza franchise has started their own company, and this is their first game, and it really looks like Yakuza 5 or 6 with the serial number shaved off. But yeah, that looks fucking hot as shit. They got some good goddamn actors in there for some mocap shit. And I was just like, hell yeah. I saw that trailer and I said, hell yeah. A bunch of the cast of Street Fighter the movie came out. And we got to see that, and that looks like shit. And I'm fucking stoked. Because, as I have said previously, and I will continue to say, a movie based on Street Fighter should not look good and slick and cool. It should look like it has no money for its budget, and it should be jank. And that is the best way to honor the legacy of Street Fighter, and particularly the first Street Fighter movie. Because the second Street Fighter movie is also fucking ass, but in a unique, different way. And I hope that this one is ass in a unique, different way as well. The Chun-Li one is fucking so hard to watch. It's so tough. It is a hard watch because it is not good. But yeah, this looks like fucking shit. But yeah, I'm into it. Another Lego Batman game. So they already re-released the first two. They did a re-release of Tomb Raider, and now they're remaking the first Tomb Raider game. And I don't fucking know why they're doing that. There's a new Tomb Raider, like a new Tomb Raider, and then they're gonna remake the first. They just re-released the first game, like remastered it. Why? Why are we doing this again? Who the fuck needs this? Nobody needs this. Nobody needs Legacy of Atlantis. I don't know why that's happening. Feels like that's just gonna hurt the new game coming out. To be like, oh yeah, we redid the first game. We remade the first game. Shit. Oh, you didn't like that? Fuck. Okay. Well, shit. Forest 3. I don't remember. I didn't write anything down for Forest 3. So I'm sorry. Invincible Versus is a fighting game based on the Invincible franchise of things, which is unbelievably popular. And yeah, it's coming out next year. Orbitals, which is a co-op game, which is apparently like Split. What if Split Fiction was anime? And that sounds good to me, even because I like to see anime games out there. I'm a bit of a sucker for a fucking anime game. I'll tell you what. All right, I gotta put 3 stickers on D1, and then I want C9, and then D1 5. So let's get these together here, and then we'll continue on. Gotta put this like this. And then this goes like this. Hey, more Diablo shit. The new expansion called Lord of Hatred. Coming out April 28th, and there's some new classes, and they're making some changes, and they are still supporting Diablo 4, and that's cool. Was not my favorite Diablo, but I'm glad they're still supporting it for people that still really like Diablo 4. That they get to have cool shit. That's neat. I need number 5. D1 5. There's 3. There's 10 and 11. Where is 5? Here it is. I don't know what that was. Marvel Rivals. Deadpool is coming to Marvel Rivals. I don't know why they brought Paladin back. Crusader was way more fun. I don't know. They did the math and decided that was the way to go. I don't know. Yeah, Deadpool's coming to Marvel Rivals. That makes fucking sense. That does feel like a thing you wait on and to build hype for it, and then people will be fucking stoked about that shit. Like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. But yeah, fans won't have to wait long. That's January. 007 First Lights. Lenny Kravitz is playing a villain in his first video game role. If you can believe it, Lenny Kravitz has never been in a video game before. Now Lenny Kravitz is playing a villain in 007 First Light, which is, you know what? Sure. I don't have anything bold to proclamate about that or anything. I'm like, yeah, all right, fine. I got to make this image bigger here and see where this sticker goes on the crotch. Okay, it goes. Like this. This sticker here. Sorry, hold on, everybody. I don't know how this how this goes on. Oh, now I do. Okay. But yeah, Lenny Kravitz is going to be in that video game, so that's a thing that exists and is going to happen. So, all right. Lords of the Fallen 2. And apparently the Lords of the Fallen 1 had an update on Thursday night. Claire Obscure also had recently had an update as well. But yeah, there's an update there. Lord Crashington subscribed tier 1 saying, hell yeah, Lenny Kravitz. And also, hey, Lord Crashington. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote in chat. Thank Lord Crashington for jumping in and renewing for 77 months, which is a lot of months. Appreciate that. We'll throw some emotes into chat. Let's see. Saros. It's a Housemark game, which is a roguelike shooter. And I wrote down, okay. So that's my big take on that video game, is that I wrote down okay. Yes, indeed. That all I ended up writing down was okay. Oh, and then we got to put stickers 10 and 11 on here. So let's see what those are. 15, 12. 12. Where are stickers 10 and 11? 12, 10, 11. Okay, it's blue. All right, this must be... where do you go? 10. Oh, you go here. Got it. That makes sense. It makes sense why these are on plastic pieces here. No Law, which is a little cyberpunk game. Looked okay. Total War Warhammer 40,000. David Harbour is in the game. And it is a Total War. Look. Should it be Total Warhammer? Of course it should be. We know this. Everyone knows that Total War Warhammer 40,000 should be called Total Warhammer 40,000. We know this. They're not going to do it. They care too much about their branding to do the cool name. Or if it was Total War Warhammer 40K, Total Warhammer, people would still be like, oh, okay, well, at least they put it in the subtitle. But they're not going to do that because they are cowards. There's just no other way to put it. They're goddamn cowards because they refuse to do the cool thing for brand recognition or whatever. There's going to be a new Ace Combat game. One Jeff Gersman this very week was talking about Ace Combat being done and him not believing there would be a new Ace Combat game. Now, did he say that knowing there would be? Or did he just not know and was surprised just like the rest of us? Who can say? But he was just talking about that. And turns out that's coming. They're doing another one of them. Coming out next year. Star Wars Galactic Racer. So, we're going to have the RPG. Now we're going to have the racing one. And pod racing and all that. Out of Words looked cool. It is a co-op game that is pseudo stop motion, and we're seeing that in games now, and I think that's cool. I think that is neat. That is my big takeaway from this. Was like, that looks cool. Phantom Blade Zero. I didn't write anything down for this. Yeah, I didn't write anything down for this. A new addition to the Strange Reel, indeed. Mega Man Dual Overdrive. There's a new Mega Man game coming out in 2027, and I'm cautiously hyped for it. I want to believe that Mega Man Dual Overdrive is gonna whip ass and be a cool ass Mega Man game. I will be a look. I've been hurt before. They can't hurt me again. But if they do make a fucking rad as hell Mega Man game that comes out in 2027, I'll be very happy. Again, I don't have. I'm not gonna be like putting all on the line for it, but I would love for that to be great. Super Mario Galaxy movie had a clip. Bowser Jr.'s in the movie. And then Luigi gets a nice running knee into Bowser Jr.'s face. And that's fun. That's fun for everybody. That's fun for the whole family. There's nothing to panel line on this. So what we need to do now is body complete our kit and then build some weapons and then start building the big arms. We are not ready for the big arms yet, but we're getting there. Let's body complete this. And then build a gun that unfolds to be a sword gun. A very stupid weapon that I'm real into. All right. It's so funny knowing this guy has big punch arms and big shoulders that go on later. And right now he's just seems teeny tiny. High guard was probably not. So I don't know. Look, of what was listed here, of what was shown, I don't know what the best closing one is. I honestly think it might have been Deadpool in Rising, even though so they didn't have a trailer. If they had gameplay of Deadpool playing in Marvel Rivals, maybe that's what you close with. Lasper says, I didn't expect it to have regular arms at all. Yeah, its extra big arms are a big backpack that folds over to become big ass arms, which is great. Oh, I'm dropping. Oh no. Let's see. Having some internet issues here. We'll see if we come back. I am still recording locally. So I'm going to keep talking. And I got an oh no in chat. And I'm writing hold. Yeah, I have not come back yet. I'm trying to reconnect. Again, I'm recording locally. Yeah, so it looks like I'm still connected to the internet. I'm typing right now. All right, well, let's see. I will keep recording locally, and then I will stop streaming, and I will attempt to restart stream. And of course, it's now not letting me stop streaming, so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I want to work on this weapon. I'll get the pieces out. Okay, I was able to stop streaming, so now I'm going to start streaming again, and we will see what happens. But again, I'm still recording locally. All right, I have now... Oh, no, it did not let me start streaming. Okay. So, now it's not letting me do anything. It failed to connect to server. Okay. So let's try to find a different server. I hit auto, which is recommended. Let's try Virginia. Let's see if I can start streaming in Virginia. Will it connect me to Virginia? We'll see. Ooh, I'm using a high CPU load for some reason. That's weird. I don't know why that is all of a sudden. We'll see. Nope, failed to connect to server. Okay, we will try again. We will hit settings here. We will go and try a different server. That means I'll try another East Coast server. Let's try connecting to that. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that works and I can connect to that server. It would be great if this worked. No, failed to connect. Host name not found. Well, I'm typing in the chat and let me send it. So, settings, stream, auto recommended. We'll go with auto recommended. Okay, there. And then I guess what I can do is I can go and look at Twitch. Let's see if Twitch has typed something out. It might be my internet connection. We'll see. I'm going to check Twitch support, see if that's working. We'll see. Nope, they have not put out anything here. Oh yeah, all right. Well, I seem to be reconnected, but I have a very bad... things are... Yeah, okay. Looks like they might be coming back. Looks like we might be coming back. Maybe. Maybe I'm back. Unstable connection here. Not looking great. We'll see. Okay. Oh, maybe better. Hello. I'm going to write refresh into chat. For people that need to refresh. Oh, this is not looking great. I am 90% convinced that this is, I'll say 90% just to be safe. I'm pretty sure that this is on Twitch and not me. Because the rest of my internet seems to be working just fine. So I don't know. But we'll see. It could be my internet. But other things seem to be loading. So I don't know. But again, it could be mine. I don't know for sure. I don't know. Oh, now everything's stalled out here, and no, that's not good. All right, well, All right, well, I am going to stop streaming here. And then I'm going to stop the local recording. And then I will try to come back here. So I'm going to stop the local recording and I'll upload these as two